You're welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily, and time now to move into our communities and look at some challenges that we are facing. Now, we are moving to the Ashanti region because there's been an unpleasant news, coming from there. There is this dilapidated bridge, that residents have complained about for quite some time now. Now, unfortunately, quite usual of how we do our things, we wait until the unexpected happens before we move in to save the situation. Now, this dilapidated bridge has claimed the life of a toddler. Before we come to this report, earlier my colleague Fatih Aminu Ibrahim filed a report that was some time ago reporting on this same bridge, but it's quite obvious that not much attention was given to it, leading to the death of a child. Now let's take a look at the report that was filed by Fatih, and then we'll come back to have a conversation.
Firdaus Abdullah is the mother of Awal Muhammad, and all through the early hours of Thursday morning, she could not mutter a word as her only wish was to locate the whereabouts of her dear Awal, who had been washed away by the flood. The grandmother of the 1-year-old was with the toddler and his mother at the time of the incident and narrated it all to City News. A search party by the National Disaster Management Organization late morning found the body of Awal some 45 meters away from where he drowned. Kwabinan Century is the Ashanti Regional NATMO Director.
We started last night. We closed around 3 a.m. and we continue this early morning. Yeah, the problem that we're having in the Sawaba is that the lady was rescued, but we couldn't find the child, which is about 1 year, 4 months yesterday. So this morning we keep on searching. Then we got to find him around 11 this morning. He was trapped by some of the weed around the area. So we've sent the body to the morgue. And more so, the mother is okay.
Eyewitnesses who are residents in the area lament that several pleas to authorities to fix the bridge have proven futile. They explain that similar incidents keep reoccurring anytime there is a heavy rain. They have thus reiterated calls for authorities to intervene.
Last year, last 2 years, until last year, she says she was June. July and Alabama, until now, she soon about talk more. The idea woman say, "Him, Baba, I want Sawaba, and you said, because you are buying boy."
We the Yaka, we need the complice because yes, in the area, you for the area because in this part, I didn't tell my cousin in the area, you for the area. In this part, then be unfair in front of her, the cultural, your complaint, most or more or movement. And American, and road the Kahua, people bear 5 on our wood. In a winning. So, your complice are penny for none, a boy is wrong with you.
Meanwhile, the municipal chief executive for Asokore-Mampo municipality says efforts are in place to fix the broken bridge and help resolve the flooding issue.
The materials you saw there was done last week between myself, the urban reach engineer, and the contractor working on that particular drain. He is the one working on that drain. So you could see that a portion, that particular portion that has caved in, just to make sure the place is smooth travel. as we come to do the work. So what I would say is that they should give us up to about maximum 2 to 3 weeks. The contractor will come back to site and get the place done. As he has even not moved, we are putting our heads together to get the place dredged before he even come to continue with this work.
Right, so this report was filed a year ago, 24th of June 2021. And our colleague Hafiz Tijani is joining us from that area this morning to give us a sense of what has happened so far since that incident took place. Hafiz, good morning.
Good morning, Dave.
Yes, how are you doing this morning?
I'm well. How are you too?
Very well, thank you. What can you bring to us from Sawaba?
Well, so we are coming to you live from Sawaba, Adinyasa electoral area, located in the Asokoro municipality. So you can see in the pictures the dilapidated bridge, and they have used some stones to put here. There have been a number of signages that have been erected here, but because of the nature of the road, whenever it rains, the water takes away the signages that are erected here, posing danger to motorists, especially first-time users of the road. And cities like Sawaba, Abu, Eija, and Tech. So this road leads to the KNUST. A lot of students who school around KNUST and they have rented their buildings around this area or their rooms around this area use this particular road to the university. And there are a lot of schools also around this area, junior high school, senior high school, and primary schools. So in the morning, like a Monday morning, you see a lot of school buses using this stretch, and the nature of the road continue to pose a danger to road users and other motorists. Standing here, the commuters have been yelling while using this road and saying that you should talk to them so that they can come and fix this bridge for us. We are tired. So after this incident, the death of the toddler, it got the community incensed, and they were not happy about the development and said that if the authorities had gone ahead to construct the bridge, wouldn't have been experiencing some of these situations. So in the rainy season, the situation gets worse. And houses around this place, a lot of inhabitants or the owners of these houses have packed out because of the perennial flooding situation. So you look at the houses in the picture, most of the residents or the owners or the tenants in that house have left. They have packed out because of the incessant flooding being recorded around this area. When it floods, commuters are cut off from other communities in the municipality, and they are not able to cross to other areas. And that is a big worry for residents here.
Now, Hafiz, how long has the situation been like this?
Well, this situation has been there for about 4 years now, before even this incident happened in 2021. You remember when you played the report, that was the former municipal chief executive for the area, Alhaji Ali Dusedu, who was talking about some interventions being made. But for residents, they see that these interventions are not yielding results because the situation remains the same. And the problem is with first-time users of this stretch. When they are coming and they don't know about anything, they don't take their time, the likelihood that they are going to fall into one of the holes that have been created here is very high, because the erosion, the gully keeps eating into the main road. So vehicles moving from opposite sides find it very difficult. And this place, the major means of transport and the popular means of transport is the tricycle that is called Pragya or Adedeta, and they have been using this area. And even when the toddler died, the toddler and the mother was inside this tricycle.
Oh, wow.
Which was transporting them to their home. So the tricycle driver had to forcefully enter the flood water when this place was flooded just to cross. But luck eluded him, and the toddler fell into the drain and was carried away by the water. So it's been a challenge for residents here. Let me engage with some of the motorists who have been using this stretch day in, day out. And this gentleman is so passionate about this development, and he saw us and wants to also add his voice. You are welcome to City TV.
Bro, thank you. How are you?
I'm well. For how long have you lived or have you used this stretch?
That's the place I've given birth. I'm staying here for the whole of my life. I was giving birth here, and I've grown up in this community. In fact, this bridge has been disturbing us for the previous almost years ago. I don't know what is wrong with the leadership. Do you know the number of lives we have lost on this bridge? It has been killing people. We normally complain. This bridge, it has been killing people. They have to come and construct this bridge for us. What is that? We are in Ghana as if we are slaves. We are not slaves. We are living in our own country. So our leaders should do something and come and do it for us. What is that? We live in our country where we don't have freedom. Or do you want us to go back to colonialism? If we want that, then the leaders should give our country back to the Europeans to come and take care of us. How many times you come and do some shadow work? 2 days, 3 days, it will spoil. You come and do shadow work. How many times have they constructed this bridge? About 4 or 3 times. What I've been seeing here. And when they come, the constructor will not do it well. He'll just do it anyhow he like it. Then he will go. When he go about 2 months, the bridge will spoil again. Then we will bring another money and come and construct it. What is wrong with Ghanaians? Just do it once and for all so that our individual or those staying in this community will also have peace. Always you are disturbing us. I quite remember one day, one of my friends, his wife is coming back and it has rained. The baby, he was in that Adedeta. When he got this place, the water removed the baby from the Adedeta and put it inside this water. By the time we find that boy, the boy has died. What is that?
So tell us the situation in the rainy season, and even now we are in the rainy season. What's the fear for residents and motorists?
In fact, this rainy season, I'm not staying here. I'm staying at the top there. But immediately I realized that the rain wanted to start. In fact, I can't sleep. But I normally think about those staying at the down here. So what about if this rain started in the midnight? What will happen to our colleagues who are staying here? Do you want people to die before you come and do it? What is wrong with our leaders? Our leaders are supposed to come and help us. Always you want us to be suffering. What is that? You have to help the community so that we also see what we also do to you. When it comes to election, you will come and beg us so that we will vote for you. After the election, then you forget about us. But I don't blame them. I also blame some of our youth. A politician will give you 1 cedi, and you also follow him and go and vote for him. At the end, you go and sit there. That born shit that they are taking S gratia, that fucking S gratia.
Okay, so you can't say that on TV. Let me speak to you about the students and the schools around here. Do you think that this is posing a danger to the little children who use this?
A very big danger, because I can't remember when it rained. This school, they can never come to school about almost a week or 2 weeks. They will stay at home. So is it affecting our studies? And they can't come into school. And they will stay at home. When they stay at home, it means that the students are losing. So what is wrong with our leaders? They should come and just construct the bridge for us once and for all, so that I will also have free, they will also have free. But they don't have to come and do some shadow work. When they go 2 months, then it will start again.
Finally, what do you expect from
Hafiz.
My final word is that...
Yes, Frames.
Yeah, before he goes, he's mentioned that the bridge has been constructed for about 3 to 4 times. When was the last time, that the bridge was worked on?
Okay, when was the last time this bridge was worked on? If you could remember.
That was about 4 or 5 years ago, if I can remember. 4 or 5 years ago that they came and repaired it again. They did it first one, it got spoiled. They come and do and they put this shadow stone on it, that it will prevent it. When it rained about twice, the bridge collapsed again. So that's what they wanted to come and do. But from me, my perception is that this bridge, the water coming from this side, cannot contain that water. So my view is that they should come and collapse all the bridge so that they will raise it on top. Just imagine, since 1980 something that they construct this bridge, that is where the train is passing. Up to now, they have never complained flood. Anytime the water will come, the water will pass. But looking at this, 21st century, you are coming to construct bridge. You just do it any way you like it. Then you leave it. The water will come and be disturbing us, killing people. I don't know the number of people who lost their life here. Many people. What is that? We are in our own country, as if we are a slave. It doesn't make sense.
So, friends, that's a regular road user here, and he's not happy about what is happening. I have another woman. She also lives in this community. Aja, Makwaba Diversity TV.
Me also. But you want to say?
You know, say uti area ha. You bridge ha. We know. How be na di bremo?
Yeah, my how be brave. In Suenya Munakura yana. Yana was seeing na sorry pie. Near who dear yam. If you say in Suenu a bad casiamu pa. And yasam ketwa. Media me penny say. Bridge no. Yes, three and penny for. Yen penny for yes, three warm. A buying yes, Serrano, Nana Kufuado. One funny nimbe share wa Sawaba new sites. Municipal Quano so. If you say one woman for municipal. Mr. can come. Yes, Serrano. Yes, woman, a buying penny for you na. Young Koto Jogu form. Woman and chow woman in my way. No one ye bridge away. No one for front shower my. Say a yini be also ni bin one with the Bakaya one. One for being Kahonania 9 near no penawaha. Intin so no ba. Masawaha wa kuma best say. Intia Sere woman. A some kakra me wo. Edema yen penny for no. Woman chow woman in my way.
So she stays in this area, and she has been talking about the kind of difficulty road users and residents within this place go through whenever it rains. And she has been appealing to the municipal chief executive, the president, to intervene so that this can be done to alleviate their plight. And she's talking about the workers at the municipal assembly. So this road leads you to the Asakarimampo Municipal Assembly, and majority of the workers, sometimes including the municipal chief executive, use this particular stretch to the municipal assembly. And she's saying that they are well aware about the problem because day in, day out, they see what is happening here. So they should try and ensure that this is done. Is there some few meters away from here? That is the municipal assembly office. So the assembly member for this area is here. We'll be asking him what interventions he has also been embarking on to ensure that this is done. He's called Mr. Duaburi. He's the assembly member for this area. Maokaba Diversity.
Yeah, me pacho, me jesu.
Mr. Red, you have bridge. Umani say a how mo a how be every omo. Then now I have found.
Yo, opinion me that say. The kind that I am going say, and media mufidie so CCTV penny for you me da omase. Esanda ye penny for a omobon modia eboa me enam ensu a tembia yire fa aha for nyina ese omonoma a MC honorable candidate can come wotie ya wo ba betimu amaye. MC yadana se enim penifo yina na bridge yi ho asem de ye ka ho asem enye ne be more than 8 years ana se ayi cry ko bridge haye pa a ye hanom no ye kai bridge a na eda yentimi nda endru se nso tomre se no obehwia se ayi afaka afanipa ni yina ne se hanom no say the bridge in it, and so ne ba a dorsal chain bridge, and to me from into Hana a year effort. Baby, or baby, into a casse and penny for, Omoya drum, no more way. na sɛ wɔmbɛsan yɛ ho bi ɛka ho ama yɛ a sɛde bɛyɛ a bɛtumi ɛcontrol nsuo no baase deɛ tie paa deɛ na sɛ yɛn mpanimfoɔ amba mu a yɛda a yɛntumi nda nti ɔpanyin yɛbrɛ paa yɛn ho kyerɛ yɛ wɔ ha yɛn ho kyerɛ me nsuo tɔ mmiri so wɔsɛ a na me ho deɛ meyɛ me ho nti sɛ wobisa me a
na yɛ akɔ assembly meeting ɛdeɛ mpɔte na ɔka kyerɛ ɔmo
mepa kyɛw mede ato yɛ MCA honorable Kennedy Kankam anim wɔbaa yɛ a mede ne baa ha ma ne hu deɛ ɛkɔɔ so nyinaa me ankasa me ne ne ɛbaa ha ne mpanimfoɔ nyinaa ɛbaa ha bɛhwɛɛ assembly meeting dodoɔ bebree yɛtwerɛ letter nyinaa kɔ aha yɛ MP honorable Muntaka mekɔ na office yɛde ne nyinaa kɔtu n'anim sɛdeɛ hanom siteɛ ɔno ankasa so ɛba ha ɛbɛhu sɛdeɛ siteɛ MC so ba ha ɛbɛhu sɛdeɛ siteɛ nti yɛbrigye ho asɛm deɛ ɛnhyɛ baabi na yɛn mpanimfoɔ bɛka sɛ bi a ɔmo hu yɛ anaa sɛ bi a sei nti ɔmo deɛ ɔmo ahu a ɔmo nim ɛhaw a ɛwɔ ha last year nsuo fa a kaa wɔ ha yɛtwa ne nyinaa yɛ chief ɛbɛhu sɛdeɛ siteɛ nti yɛtwa ɔmo mmoa sɛ ɔmo aboa yɛ na ka sɛ ɔmo ɛne hu anaasɛ ɛho sɛm nyinaa yɛde akɔto chief anim ama ɔno so aba ɛbɛhwɛ sɛdeɛ siteɛ machine yɛ a wɔde baayɛ ɔno ankasa ɛna de baayɛ ama bibiara yɛne ne gyina ha kasaayɛ nti menim sɛ ɔmo nyinaa yɛ awɔ sɛ bridge wei deɛ afe biara gye sɛ nipa ɛfiri mo nkwa.
Okay, so that's the situation here. The assembly member, though he has been making some interventions, he has also been lamenting about the kind of plight the residents are also going through. Not only residents who live within this area, but also the regular users and first-time users of this road. So there's been a dredging exercise, and we are told this is an intervention by the assembly just to mitigate the effect of flooding. They are currently dredging the sand that is choked in the drain so that whenever it rains, the water can have a free flow to other areas. So that is being done now. We are told it started on... Yes, friends.
No, I'm not sure who ordered for this exercise to go on, because if you look around, it looks like it's going to be an exercise in futility. You know, look at the heaps of sand just at the banks of the water, right? And when you also look at the road...
Exactly.
When you also look at the road, you can tell the thickness of the coating on the road. So I'm looking at the rain washing the sand back into the I don't know, is this a river? What exactly is this?
It's actually a ravine, so it's like a river or a stream.
Frames, you are on point, Frames, you are on point.
So
because
what are
that
we
is
doing?
Another concern for residents.
Got this.
That's another concern for residents.
So what exactly is this supposed to do?
Yeah.
Look at that.
For the residents, this bridge has to be reconstructed, and there should be the drain should be properly done so that the water doesn't overflow its banks, or the drain doesn't overflow its banks to enter other areas and flood this area. That is their concern. They say that this thing that is being done, or this dredging that is being done, the debris is going to fall back into the drain, like you said, whenever there's a downpour. So that's their concern. They are not looking for an interim solution. They want a permanent one.
Paint a clearer picture to us, okay? Because we are just watching on TV. Now, I'm looking at even beyond rain. This looks like a very dangerous area, especially because of children, school children using this route every day. You know, so even if it's not flooded, this looks like a dangerous kind of development. Is that the case?
Very dangerous. So there is no signage when you are coming from Sawaba Junction into the community itself, the new site itself, heading to the affordable housing area. Then that takes you to Tech Junction. There's no any signage. So imagine a first-time user of the road. If it is dark, there's no street lights on this stretch of the road. If it is dark, or when it's dark, they are not able to see whether this particular gully that is eating up the road, the major road here, is there. So it's going to cause a problem for them. And just look at the school here. you look at the wooden footbridge that have been put here. It's just close to where it's eaten up. So the school children, even if it's not the rainy season, they are not able to even cross to this side of the road because of how busy the street is, this stretch is. Vehicles, not smaller vehicles, but we have big vehicles that also use this stretch. So vehicles also coming from opposite sides find it difficult to maneuver through this place.
Now,
so
what is the name of that
school?
school?
Even the regular users of the...
What is the name of the school there?
Well, it's called God is Great International Primary
Such an
School
irony.
and Junior High School. Yes, God is great. So, so when it rains, frames, you come and see how students or school children are struggling here. It's a very devastating matter to talk about.
I mean, God being great is
parents
not
sometimes
like this.
struggle to bring their children to school. Some time ago, I even spoke to the authorities of the school, and they were also complaining about the bridge. But I asked them if they were considering relocating the school, but that was not an option for them.
Yeah. But in all this, have you been able to engage the MCE?
Well, I've spoken with him on phone. He says that they have come here to look at the situation. That even informed the ongoing dredging exercise, and they have written letters to the appropriate authorities, and something is being done so that this problem can be solved. But for the residents, they want a permanent solution here. They don't want an interim solution. That is being done here, the dredging exercise, so that you have the debris falling back into the drain whenever it rains.
Very unfortunate.
Right. Well, Hafiz, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you for bringing us these images and showing us the stark reality of what people have to live with on a daily basis. Thank you. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Dave.
All right. So that was our colleague Hafiz Tijani in the Asokore Mampong municipality, and just giving us a sense of this challenge.
So for me, the next issue we are going to be looking at tourism, So I ask myself, in all these, I'm asking myself, what exactly do we mean by tourism?
Yeah.
Because it is not just the structures, it is not just our way of doing things. If people are coming into our space, I mean, these are the roads that will lead to these sites. You get it? So somebody wants to go and see, for instance, educational tourism, the University of Science and Technology, and this is the route. What are you promoting in terms of tourism? I'm sure we'll get deeper into that, because this doesn't just make sense.
No, it's
because for
unacceptable.
this, it has nothing to do with even rainy seasons.
No, it doesn't.
Whether it's raining or it's not raining, it is a very dangerous, setup for road users, especially because it is just by the school.
And then I think that also one of the things that we need to also address is the issue of ministers, MCEs who sign off on projects, as having been done and completed. They've seen that they've been done satisfactorily. I think that there should be no hiding place. If you are found to have signed off and a road like this, due to the poor nature of the place, not only are we looking for the contractor, we are looking for the minister or the MCE.
Of course, who supervised this?
That person should be jailed for causing
financial loss.
Yes, financial loss to the state, for causing to you see, because think about it.
Now, people have died.
Yes. This is what I'm going with it. The road. You know that you're building a road across a ravine. Water passes there, huge volumes of water passes there, coming from wherever it's coming from through to wherever it's going, right? You can't stop the water from. So where the road the road and the river meet, the construction has to be different from the rest of the road that's been built.
Because David,
one is coming from KU University, one is coming from Asokore Mampo. You have to, at that point where it crosses, the construction has to be different.
Now I'm asking
but
myself.
Somebody has signed off that this is okay.
I'm asking myself. So if we were able to talk to the MC or government representative, there, you know, how come this bridge has been constructed about 4 times?
Yeah.
And still, this is the state of the bridge.
Yeah.
What have we been doing? Who has been supervising this?
Yeah.
So the first
That's
time,
the
when
question.
was it done?
Who has been
What
supervising?
exactly happened?
Yeah.
The second time, what happened?
Yeah.
The third time, what happened? The fourth
Yeah.
time, what happened? We are paying tax.
Payers' money.
Payers' money. We are
Yeah.
spending taxpayers' money on
Yeah.
these things,
Yeah.
and nobody cares. People are dying, children are dying, and nobody cares because the big men would use their V8s and go. They are not sitting in Prague.
Yeah.
So when it's flooded, you know,
Nobody's going
their
to fall out
cars
of the
can
vehicle.
move
Yeah.
through the waters.
Yeah.
But what about the citizens? What about the people who go and stand in the sun and queue?
Whose
Look
money
at the
is
level
used to
of
pay
work.
their salaries?
You get it? And I'm asking myself, so don't we care if this was your hard-earned currency? Would you do the same thing over and over again, and you are prepared to pay monies over and over again? So, for instance, you ask somebody to construct a staircase in your home. They do it the first time, it collapses. You don't say anything. You go and bring another person. He does it. It collapses. You don't say anything. Go and bring another person. Let's pay. Are we for real? Is this practical?
Yeah.
Why are we treating Ghana like this? Anyway.
Why are we treating Ghana like this indeed? We're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. Breakfast Daily will continue shortly.